Hi, my name's Nick Adams and I work for Alltech's Global Mycotoxin Management team. And we'll talk a little bit today about some of the tools that we use to understand the mycotoxin challenge and then move through to mitigate that challenge. Really, if we're going to try and solve a problem, we have to start by understanding what that problem is, and that for us comes in the form of mycotoxin identification or mycotoxin analysis. And we can do that in a couple of ways. We can do that in the field with our RapiRead program, and that is using lateral flow devices to test for some of those key mycotoxins, and we can take that information, send it up into the cloud, and generate a mycotoxin assessment report. The other way, if we want a more in-depth report, is to use our 37 plus analytical method, whereby we're testing for 54 mycotoxins. That gives us a really good in-depth overview of that mycotoxin contamination. With both of those systems, we generate a mycotoxin result. And from that, we want to say, okay, well, what does that really mean for the user, whether that's a poultry producer, with laying hens or broilers or another species. And so we have a quantification system that we call REQ, risk equivalent quantity, and that takes all of those mycotoxins individually and brings that into one risk number. Using that REQ to understand the risk holistically to that particular species, we can then decide what's the best mitigation strategy to use for that species, for that risk. And then we have a number of our different mycosorb products which are based around the level of risk, so that depending on that risk, depending on the species, we can recommend the right product to use for that situation. So that's how we look at mycotoxin management as a holistic being, and really try to put those different tools and services and products together to come up with something that gives our customers the best overall solution to that mycotoxin problem.